Today we're going to be replacing the pump in a Gaggia Classic Espresso machine with this new pump. It's an EAX5. Same specs as the one that's in there. I'll show you the difference when we take it off. So as you can see, the machine's plugged in right now, and as we turn on the espresso machine, you really hear the pump is not even, it's not making the usual sound, so it's not pumping at all. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the cover off the machine. Make sure you unplug before you do this. There's two screws here. My machine only has one, so this will be a little bit quicker. So we take the screw and we lift the lid off the machine. Okay, the pump is located in the back left as you're facing the front of the machine. It's this housing right there. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to unscrew basically the tube, the water hose here. Be careful. A little bit of water may shoot out of that if the machine is hot. I recommend you do this when the machine is cold. Next thing we're going to do is there's two screws. We're actually going to take the whole housing off. If you look down there, you've got one screw there and another screw there. So we're going to take both of them off and remove the entire housing. So we'll go with the back one first. Okay, we got that off. The second one is right there. Okay, once you have those screws unhooked, you're going to disconnect the wiring. We've got the white wire connects to the red wire right there, and the other one's the brown wire. We're going to lift this up a little bit so we have a little bit better access to that. Okay, and then the last thing you want to do is just kind of pull up on the hose that's taking it out of the tank. So it's pretty quick and pretty easy to get the entire housing off. Okay, and there we go. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to disconnect this bottom hose. Okay, just like that. We're going to reuse that part. We're also going to take this capacitor off and use it on the new pump as well. Might need a pair of pliers for this one. Okay, there we go. And the last thing is, if you look at this, we're going to need to take this part off as well. Now you'll notice the difference between these two pumps. The new one that I got is a little bit better. It's an EAX5 and the old one is an EAP5. That P stands for plastic. See how this piece is plastic, and the X is the chrome piece there. But otherwise the specs are all the same. So next up we're going to remove this piece. We need a couple wrenches for this. We got that off. We're just simply going to put it back on here. Going to want to make sure this piece is pretty tight, otherwise it will leak. Make it a little bit of pipe sealing on there as well, might help. Okay, so we're going to put this plastic cap. Back on this goes. Same way we took it off. Okay, and this goes on there. And you're pretty much going to just undo the same steps that we just did right there. First thing we do is the hose that we pulled off goes through this hole down into the reservoir. We are going to attach the brown wire here. Okay, and we are going to go down and pick up off the ground the white wire with the cap. They can make a little holder for that there. You may want to do this before you start putting the pump back into place. That goes in there. I'm going to drop this sucker back into place. Reattach that white wire, just like that. And we're going to put our 2 screws into place. Oops. Magnetize my screwdriver here. Makes it a little bit easier to get a hold of the screws. Back in that goes. Where'd that other screw go? Stuck in there. Okay, get this other screw in there. Okay, so we're almost good to go. Let's just reattach the hose to it. So pretty much it all goes back together the same way you took it apart. Let me see, we've got our electrical connections good. Hose hopefully tight enough. Let's push the tube all the way down into the reservoir, make sure it gets to the bottom. Okay, now as we restart this, we're going to want to grab a cup because you're going to want to prime your pump. So we plug the machine in. We are going to open up this, and hopefully we're going to see, oh, it sounds a lot better. And before no water, it takes a second to get through. There we go. Looks like it's working pretty good. So we'll close that up. Flow rate looks really good on the bottom. I think we're looking good here, guys. All right, so the last step, let's go ahead and reassemble the top piece of this, and I'll be off drinking espresso in no time at all. All right, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section.